Okay, hello friends. So we're gonna just have a little chat today because we are getting into the new year. Like, I know it's like Christmas is a week away. 2022 it's in sight. It's in sight. I just planned out all of January. Yeah. So, and I was looking through old photos because I'm gonna put Ellie's baby book together, and I was just kind of in awe of how much has changed since January of 2021. Like, I don't feel like I'm the same person as I was in January 2021. So we're bringing it back to January. I was 3 months pregnant. I was going on 3 months with Ellie. I was working 6 days a week. Sometimes I was pulling double shifts. And I were shifts in the night. We never saw each other. I maybe saw Griffin for a few hours a day because, like, we would wake up at 7. He would go down at 11. He was 1 at this point. Wake up at 2. I would take him to the babysitters, and, like, that was it. We spent our mornings together, and that is all I saw of him every day. So, back in January 2021, this was my mindset. I was scared. I was afraid of what life was going to be like with 2 kids. I'm gonna be very raw and honest in this video. I'm gonna be really honest. Only like a few people probably knew the whole story when this was all going on. So I was scared. 1, because I was pregnant. I thought there was gonna be another baby. Griffin was only a year old. I was gonna have 2 under 2. I was terrified. The second thing was, I barely got to see Griffin. And now I'm going to have another baby. Like, I'll never get to see them. I work so much. And it's not like I was a server. I was a bartender. So it's not like I was doing something I was passionate about. No, I was just making the bills. It's what I was doing. But I feel like what pivoted in 2021 is when I heard Ellie's heartbeat for the first time, which was in January. I heard her heartbeat. And it just kind of clicked in my mind. I'm like, hey, you know what? Yes, you are afraid. Yes, you want to cry every single day because you don't know what it's going to look like. Are you ever going to see your kids? Are you going to have this marriage that you're basically, you're just parents and you never see each other unless it has to do with the kids? Like, back then, Brandon and I barely had a conversation with one another. And it, like, unless it was about the kids, we probably never spoke. We were still in survival mode from becoming new parents. Hearing her heartbeat just kind of put it all in perspective, where I was like, hey, if you don't like your current circumstances, change it. The only person who is going to change your life is you. So Brandon and I sat down and made this goal that we were going to work our little tookuses off. So, yeah, that was another thing. We were in so much debt. We were living beyond our means. We couldn't, like, there was a reason I was working 6 days a week. And I was like, you know what? I want to take an actual maternity leave. And we just kind of were like, okay, we are going to become debt-free. We are going to have a substantial savings. So whenever Ellie is here, Brandon can take time off of work, and I can take as long as a maternity leave as I want. And we did. We did it. We worked every day. The two of us, we worked 7 days a week. We worked so hard. Yes, we did have those stimulus checks. We had our taxes, but it all went towards debt. And it all went towards savings. Except for the ones that were like for the kids, because that just went in Griffin's bank account. But we worked really, really hard to get to that point. So I remember like just not being very happy. I was grinding, I had a job, I was doing the things, but I wasn't being fulfilled in any way, like for myself, which just struck up more fear. I was like, if I'm gonna be a happy, healthy mom, I need to figure out what I want to do and how to achieve me solely being happy. Because if I'm by myself not happy, I am not helping anybody. I'm not thriving for my kids. I'm not being a good wife. I'm not being just a good person in society. I'm not a good employee. So I started to think. I'm like in my last semester, or not semester, my last trimester with Ellie, thinking about, okay, I'm pregnant. That's not forever. I'm going to have this baby. She's going to grow up. Because at that point, I knew I was having a girl. And I was like, she's going to grow up. Griffin is going to grow up. Then what am I left with? What did I do? What did I model for them? Working a job that you don't want to do anything with just to pay the bills, you know? Like, I didn't want to be a manager. I didn't want to own my own store. I didn't want, you know, I just wanted to go there, make money, and leave. And I wanted more for myself. And I wanted to show them that you can do more. Like, you don't have to settle. And I think that was like the biggest mentality that I overcame in 2021, is that just because you have kids, just because you're a mom and a wife and, you know, you're living that cookie cutter life, does not mean that you can't do your own thing, that you can't, you know, be the person you always thought you were going to be. I want to model them a life showing that they, if you work hard, you can achieve anything you want. That's what I want them to know. Then reality hit. I have 2 kids, under 2. They're both like, I have a newborn, and then I have my 1-year-old, 18-month-old at that point, I don't really know. And I kept saying I was trying to find my independence in a sea of dependency. The moment I was like, I'm gonna do something for myself, I'm gonna take time for myself, there would be like these waves that kept like knocking me back, that would like be putting me on the back burner. They need to be fed. There's doctor's appointments. There's diapers that need to be changed. The house needs to be clean. I need to cook dinner. Like, things constantly hitting me where I was like, there's no time for me. There's no time. I'm home. And I think that was the biggest thing. I'm home 24/7. And I'm still struggling to even take a shower. I'm still not seeing Brandon because, you know, he's working. I probably saw him just as much as I did when I was working 6 days a week. And I was like, okay, I'm home now. What do I want to do? I've never had this opportunity before in my life to like actually sit down, take the time to figure out what I wanted to do. So the first thing, I was just like, all right, hey, I want to go back to school. So I was like, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to do it. I've always wanted to do it. I signed up to go to Purdue Global University but school, that is going to help future Julie. That is going to help get me somewhere. And then I was like, but I need something to help me now. I'm looking at myself and I'm like, I still need like something in the day that makes me smile, that gives me that extra oomph to get through the day. And I was like, you know what? Before having kids, I worked out all the time. But I can't do that anymore. I can't dedicate that much time to it. And to me, I don't feel like I was even progressing. I wasn't really doing anything for myself in a healthy manner that actually stuck. So I was like, I need to find something else. So I started to go back to the why, and I signed up for like different programs, and I looked on Pinterest, and I was like, I kept trying to find workouts that I could do, and I was just like, you know what, it's too hard. I don't have the time to sit here and try to plan out my workouts, trying to get to a gym, to be there for 45 minutes, and then like going to the gym was like a 2-hour process, because first you have to get the kids ready to go to the gym, and then you have to get to the gym, and then you're actually at the gym, and then you have to load them back in the car, and then you have to come, and it was not realistic for my lifestyle. Yes, I wanted to take the time for myself, but I also got to be realistic. So I started doing Beachbody. And I started with the 21-day shred with Angie Belmar. And it was like, she did this thing where you could do either like 10, 15, or 20 minutes. It just kind of depended on what you had in the day. And these were like actually like, no joke, you get in, you are burning, you are sweating, you're doing the work. Like, I would look like, after doing like 15 or 20 minutes, I would look like I had been at the gym for 2 hours. So, and I would probably have burned just as much calories. I started doing that, and I've really fallen in love with it. I really think, and not just that, not just the workouts, because yes, they are amazing, but so having this community that we're all centered on like the same goal, and we're all, you know, it was amazing. It was like a revelation almost, where I was just like, there are people in this world who are like me, who like the same things I like, and, you know, are struggling and like know what I'm talking about. So I'm really thinking about starting my own little family, my own little group of people who want something like that. Like, I know you're super busy and you have all this stuff going on in your lives, but to have just a little group where you like check in once or twice a day. It's like checking Instagram or Facebook, where you go in, you tell me how your day was, you tell me, and like we sit there and we have like a little conversation every day, and I come and check on you, and and I'm that best friend or that big sister that you always wanted or needed and never had. I think that would be amazing. So I really want to open that up to people, and I'll probably have more information like on Instagram, or probably in like the next few videos, because I'm setting it all up. I think it would just be so much fun. And if you want to be a part of that little family, like, let me know. I create my own family. I've always said that. I created my own family. And being able to do that and creating like this really good community where moms and employees or students or anything can go and have that support You are in a life where you are so busy and people are asking so much of you every single day that your alone time is a shower. Talking about living in that clustered life and being able to pick it out. That is what I'm focused on. That is what 2021 has taught me, that you need to do this for yourself, for your family, for your friends, and just your whole life. You need to do it. And I am completely practicing what I preach. Out of all of 2021, October, November, December, or from like August on, that's what has changed everything for me. And I know 2022 is going to be completely different. Oh. Yeah. Looking back, January 1st, I am not the same person at all in any way, shape, or form. My attitude, my outlook on life, my parenting style, everything about me is completely different. And I 100% attribute that to Beachbody. So if you want to be a part of that little community I was talking about, or if you can relate to any of this, please DM me, comment down below. If you actually have my number, text me. Like, let's talk about it, because I don't think people talk about it enough. The rough times and that click moment where you're like, something is going to change. So that's going to wrap up this video. I know it was a super serious video and all of the Christmasiness. Next video will be a lot more cheerful. So please like this video, comment down below if you can relate to anything that I'm talking about. Please subscribe, because I post a video every day for Vlogmas. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.